Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African-American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
Peace, family. My name is Vicki, Dillard, and I'm so pleased to be a contributor here at African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, family, we have an interesting story here out of Kenya. This is written from Breitbart. Now, all of these different publications, especially American publications, and I'm sure this is like this in different parts of the world, but Breitbart in particular, when they're doing a story, they have a certain slant to it. And let's just be real. And they tend to have sort of an anti-Black stance on stuff. So whenever they're covering news about Blacks in America or the diaspora in other parts of the world, Blacks in other parts of the world, it's for a certain reason because they're trying to feed and seed their audience something. Talk Black to me. They have a specific interest in why they're covering it. But nevertheless, I'm glad they're covering this particular story because, we eat the meat and spit out the bones. For those of you that's not vegan, I am not. I believe in eating healthy and stuff. Fruits and vegetables and stuff, but I'm just saying. I digress. Listen, this article says Kenyan presidential candidate vows to expose China deals, deport Chinese illegal aliens. Now, let me tell you something. This is something interesting because we are seeing where now America is putting all of this money on the continent now in different parts. I did a show about that not too long ago. But it's because America is strategically doing this because they don't want China to be the only ones dominating and exploiting and pimping the continent of Africa that's made up of about 54 sovereign nations. Talk Black to me. Democratic nations. Independent nations, I should say. Are y'all hearing me? Let me read this part first. Kenyan presidential hopeful William Ruto promised on Wednesday that if elected, he will make all Kenyan government contracts with China public and move aggressively to deport Chinese nationals working illegally in Kenya. Now, this is important because Black folks, not only on the continent of Africa, but around the world, we need to start growing a pair. Talk Black to me. We need to start doing stuff like this with our chest out. Other people groups, they don't get to be worshiped and glorified and treated like they are the Messiah up in this piece. You're supposed to honor your own people. You should be B1, which means Black first, meaning Black interests first. It doesn't mean that nobody else doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just means that we need to make our priorities the priority. We love to talk about South Africa and Mandela and stuff, but I'm just saying I love me some Winnie too. We see what that marriage of him coming from prison to president did not substantively change because we still see the injustice that's happening there. Let's keep it real, family. But I digress. Let's get back to Ruto, William Ruto, that is, who's hoping to remove the incumbent Kenyatta. Ruto, 55, is currently the deputy president of Kenya. He is running for the presidency on an anti-corruption platform that stresses his own hard-scrambled youth, in which he sold chickens to make a living and did not own a pair of shoes until he was 15. His party, the Kenya Kwanzaa Alliance, Kenya First, is a somewhat unstable coalition of smaller parties united primarily by their disdain for incumbent president Uhuru Kenyatta. Again, he's up in the government now for all these years, since I think he was deputy about 2013, I believe. And now, he's saying that, he's basically saying that Kenyatta is corrupt, but he's not going to prosecute him if he wins. Now, that might be, some political bromance going on, and that's fine. But I'm just saying we about that life. If he's going to expose Chinese corruption and deport illegals. And I hope people from around the continent will get this lesson, and also folks here in America, because it is time for us to have our interests first if we are ever going to progress in a serious way while we're dealing with white supremacy around the globe. The only way we're going to overcome it is if we are economically sound, which means that we've got to be secure in our land and in our properties, in our possessions, in our treasures, and not giving them away and giving priority to strangers. Somebody say stranger danger. God, today. My name is Vicki, Dillard, beloved. We're going to stay on top of this story as usual. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to register for my Yummy Yummy Spiritual School for the very, very, very low entry rate of $44 for the entire month. You're going to get my weekly mastermind courses. That is at least 3 for the month. Each week, for almost every week, I'm going to be breaking down high-level spiritual principles. These tips are going to change the way your family operates, your destiny, your purpose, every area, wherever you want to target breakthrough, manifestation, any area you want to see breakthrough and manifestation. I'm going to teach you how to do it. This is for serious spiritual students. I have my own unique spiritual course in the way that I teach, but it comes with power. Signs and wonders follow my work. The link is below, VickiPlanet.com. VickiPlanet.com. That's VICKI Planet.com. I'm looking for students, my students from around the world. If you work in government, you'll change government. If you're working for the Kenyan government, any other government on the continent, you'll be able to shape some things, because you'll be going down, you'll be in those spaces as a spiritual, and you'll be able to activate your spiritual gifts and change the environment. You'll be able to change what's happening in your family, in your marriage, in your relationships, in your finances. That's what I want to do with you as your spiritual guru, your goddess guru. VickiPlanet.com. I can't wait to see you there.
Hey family, make sure you join us on the new and improved AfricanDiasporaNews.org. Now, it is our uncensored and raw truth website. We have to make sure to have our own website, because on social media platforms, they do have rules, and at any time they could change a rule and shut a whole genre down. Now, that would not happen to us, because on AfricanDiasporaNews.org, we can speak the truth. We don't have to hold back. So make sure you join our website today.